Well, so with that being said, let's get started. Okay, I want to see if you guys can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Let me know. I heard desktop audio. Okay. Okay, hang on. Wait, please. Oh wait, you can hear me? You can hear me? I'm not gonna touch it. Verizon guy says. Can you hear me now? Now. Can you hear me now? Please. I hope you can. All right, great. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know where y'all have heard it, but anyway, I got a new wig. Okay, I am going back to drag, and I'm really excited. She's a very large wig. She's an updo. I was saying how I always wanted an updo, but something that wasn't necessarily meant for pageantry. I thought I really wanted something that can go with everything. I also got new outfits that you guys are gonna see, so I'm super excited. I also got on the phone and I ended up getting a call and scheduling for my kiddo for Burl for autism, which is going to be awesome. He is going to get more therapy, and I am going to get on the list for getting a diagnosis. They wanted to fully get me diagnosed with autism. They've wanted me to do this for a very long time. I have been kind of embarrassed and just hesitant and not able to do it. It's not that autism is embarrassing. But for me, growing up where you hear all the time, boys are the only ones that get autism, you are not autistic, you have like ADHD out the ass, that's all it is. Well, then I can't look at people. I have problems with trailing off a lot. I also, which is ADHD a lot, but I also end up regressing in things severely. It takes me a fat minute for me to learn. Like tick a lot, stim a lot. I've always had vocal tics. The other day, for example, and I've never really told you guys this, because it's really embarrassing and it's easier for me to mask now that I'm 24. But with that being said, I screamed at a bag of flour the other day. I literally, if you could imagine, my phone is the flour, and I go, opening the stuff, getting ready to go and cook some spam musubi. Hi! Literally have no idea, bro. No fucking idea, but Travis thought it was the funniest fucking thing, and so did I. I mean, it was funny as fuck. But like, and people ask, like, do you laugh at ticks? And like, yeah, like some of them are really fucking funny, but other ones are like really more just like annoying to me, or embarrassing to me because I know that other people are like, why? And so it's hard for me to like, I guess it was hard for me to say these things, but now it makes it easier now that I've accepted that I'm going to start autism therapy the moment that I can, as soon as I get the primary care that I need to get me on the waiting list for the diagnoses. They know that I'm autistic, just like we knew that Riley was autistic, but we know that, or we know not the level. Like, we don't know the level, and Riley's is level 3. I would probably be definitely on the other side of that, because Riley can not talk and I can talk. It makes it a little bit different for our situations, but our stimming's very similar, and just like when I, you know, see him and you see me, we're very similar. He just doesn't talk. That's about the only difference. So that's what is happening in my life right now. We are gonna be going to an Airbnb, as I was saying, for our second anniversary. I have no idea where it is. I do know what it is. I do know where it is. I don't know the exact like place. But I know that it's in Springfield. It's here local. I've never been to a local Airbnb because I've traveled, 20 hours down to Florida, 18-hour drives. There's so many times that I've traveled places and I've traveled all over the country. So for me, it's like easier for wanting to go somewhere to do an Airbnb. I didn't think that it was right for me to just do one here, but he decided to say, shutting down is a big part of it. Yeah, that is true, by the way, because I do it a lot. Sometimes I will not seemingly do anything for like a fat minute, and I'm learning to cope with that and to just kind of keep pushing. I've kind of gotten myself at a steady pace now, so it's kind of helping me a lot. But I don't know where this Airbnb is. I know that it's an Airbnb. I know that it's in Springfield. I know what it is. I know that it's because he didn't mean to give it away. He gave it away when he said, I asked what we were doing for our anniversary. And he said that he's going to surprise me with an Airbnb. He told me that it was local, and I didn't know how local. He said it was in Springfield, and I was like, what? And he's like, no, 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 wait. Like, it's one of your favorite places. Like, he's been telling everybody, like, she's always wanted to go to this. Always, always, always. I had no idea what he was talking about. I had no idea that there was an Airbnb in Springfield. I knew that there was, but I never saw him. Like, I never looked locally to go and travel locally when I live here. You know what I mean? So it was like, but we're going for one night, so fuck it. And he is going to take me to a place called Hemingway's, which is a place that I've never been and I've always wanted to go. And we have passes to the aquarium, and it's attached to the aquarium, so I get to go see all the fish, and I get to go and see the fish when we eat, and I'm gonna be so excited. And oh my god, I'm also really, really excited just because he said that it's someplace that I really wanted to go, right? But I was like, where? And I had no idea what he was talking about because I was like, dude, you're telling everybody like as if I don't know, and I don't know. I literally have no idea. Like, what the fuck? And I said, he's like, yeah, it's part of the surprise. I was like, I know, but like, fuck. And he was like, well, I'll give you another hint. You've always told me, honey, that you wanted to have an art studio here. And I flipped shit because I know exactly what he was talking about. There are these old vintage gas stations that are like from the 1900s, early 1900s. And I found that these gas stations have been, I guess now, come to find out, has been turned into an Airbnb. But there's a whole bunch of them, and I've always wanted to buy one and turn one into an art studio and sell my art out of it, and then have like a little coffee shop thing that I can like sell coffee out of too, so they could stop in for some coffee or to look at some art, one of the two. I also just thought it would be a nice place to like have my little zen room where I can like chill out, but I know that they get broken into a lot, so it really worries me. But I really want to invest in one, dude. If I had the money, I would. And I was like super excited about this when he said that that's where we were going to go, but I have no idea which one it is. There's like 5 of them that have been done up into little houses, and I'm like, those people did what I want to do. Like, what the fuck? They had tiny homes. They made a tiny home out of a one room, I mean, like, not bigger than my drag room gas station. And I was like, bitchin'. Okay, so I don't know which one it is, but I have a pretty good idea, but I don't remember what it looks like. I just remember seeing that it was an old gas station and was like, oh my god, I want to do that. And I'm gonna be so excited to go to this. So I'm gonna be videotaping that whenever we get there. We're gonna be going for one night. We'll see what's going on with me, like, shortly enough, you know what I mean? What's going on with you? Long time no see. Long time no see. How are you? I'm going through all of the things that's going on in my life, so you joined at a perfect time. But I'm super excited because that video is going to be an awesome video. Also, speaking of videos, if you guys did not watch, I just did a Brad Mondo tagged video where I tried to tag Brad Mondo and hope to God that somebody sees it. And so far, y'all on TikTok have really liked it. It was a video that I like chaotically did my hair, and it was basically how not to do your hair, but it was chaotic as fuck, and people loved it. So I was like really excited. So then I made a second video, but then I didn't post it because it was worthless. I dyed my hair black from basically this color, dyed my hair black, completely black as I could go. Thought that it was going to be black brown because it was supposed to be black brown, and it was black blue. I don't know what I did wrong, but it turned black blue. I didn't like the black with my wedding dress. When I tried my wedding dress on to look at it, fucking did not like it with the white. So I just went back to my natural, like, dirty blonde, brownish hair. So I have now bleached it and stripped it, and here we are. So this is what we've got. And then I re-dyed it like with a blonde hue, so it would start blonding out throughout the summer. But this is how not to treat your hair, but it was really chaotic and people fucking ate it up. So Um, Sorry, we were supposed to go out with Gigi and Jen. Yes, I'm gonna go out with you in a little bit. I'm just letting you know. Riley did fall asleep, so we are kind of taking my chillax time and doing my video because I've got a very short time and then we're gonna be going to the mall, going to get some curry. I really want to review this place really bad for you guys. I think it'd be really fun. I really want to go and make a TikTok sometime soon, of reviewing this place. It is called fuck, what was it? Fusion Eats, and it's so fucking good. Oh my god, their curry is phenomenal, dude. I love it. And I've never had curry before them. So if you have actual curry that's like and it is genuine, but it's like not an Indian restaurant per se, so I really don't call it genuine. But it is genuine. It's all made there and everything else. They also make these amazing fruit wraps. Oh my fuck. I'm so excited. I'm also working on getting some new nose piercings today. Not piercings, but rings today. But yeah. There's also trying to think about what other things I haven't told you yet. We talked about the autism. We talked about oh, the reason that I made this video. So, I was on Facebook this morning and this was what I come up to. I came over across a video, which, mind you, happy Pride Month and happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I hope that, that you guys are having an awesome Pride. I really had an awesome Pride this year. I more so went as a viewer instead of a performer, so it was really fun for me. I also know that a lot of people have worked very hard for um, getting here today at this point. I know that with all the negativity, the war, the, just everything that even though the war's not started yet, it's it's kind of inevitable. There's a lot of negativity in this world. And with all of those things, you have a couple positive things that have happened this month for at least me, but also for the community in the world. You've got Men's Mental Health Month. You've also got Pride Month this month. I know there's more than that, but there's just two things that I touch on. Thank you if you are a man or masculine presenting person. I am very appreciative of you being here. I'm very happy that you're alive. And I really hope that if you ever need to reach out to somebody, that you can. And if you feel like you can't, just know that somebody out there does give a shit. And I do. So I want to know that you're really beautiful. You're awesome. You are amazing as fuck. And don't let anybody rain on your fucking parade. Same with Pride this year. Don't let anybody fucking rain on your Pride parades. Okay? Literally live your life. You worked your ass off to get to where you were and to where you are and to all the things that you have been through as a human being for both of those communities. You guys have been absolutely awesome to have this, time to celebrate these things. So take advantage of those things, and celebrate those things every day, regardless of what the month is. Yeah, you're awesome, Demarcus. Yeah. Okay. But I also was going to touch base and let you guys know. I did watch a video this morning, because it is Pride Month. I'm watching a lot of drag videos, having a lot of drag things come up, and I'm a drag queen, so why not? And I have built this For You page brick by brick, just like this person who dissed me on the internet this morning about being a drag queen, but yet they're also watching drag videos and wonder how that popped up on your For You page, sir. So let's get to it with the tea. We have also some tea in the local community. Bazaar Bars check bounced in Springfield, Missouri. And if you guys don't understand what that means, somebody decided that they were going to go through and try to take all of the entertainers' money from Pride this year and attempt to do said things. Check bounced. Every one of the entertainers check bounced. What in the Martha's Vineyard is this? Pay your goddamn entertainers. By the way, if you don't know about Martha's Vineyard can't fucking pay their entertainers more than $15 for a 3-day show, and let alone if you work out of your day and take out of your day 6 and 7 hours a day for your little rehearsals that you do not pay your entertainers for, and then accuse people of stealing left and right, but yet you can't pay for the pipes to get fixed, but yet I'm sure that your chair's just broken, and that's why you're trying to get me to pay for your chair that I dance on, that I will never pay for, because I also have not stolen it, and I also have proof. So suck my ever-living ass, Martha's Vineyard, as well as why the fuck Bizarre Bar? We literally were going so well. Like, everybody seemed to love the fuck out of y'all. Why would you do that? So, there's a couple things. Pay your fucking entertainers. Love yourself. Love the people around you. Spread love and happiness and shebangery. And live your life, okay? And do it unapologetically. Make sure that everybody knows that you are angry when you are, but make sure that you are doing it in the correct ways. Make sure that you are also spreading love in the correct ways and trying to get it to come back around in the ways that it needs to for you. And I promise you, just like the butterfly effect in the Until Dawn game that we just played, even though all of my stuff has been pre-recorded and I tried to record it and recorded it and it failed, all the audio failed, even though we at least had the butterfly effect in the Until Dawn not work out for me. We be re-recording those things because, yeah. But just like that butterfly effect, make sure that it comes back around to you in the best ways possible. And the only way to do that, hand it off in the best ways possible. So make sure you're fucking positive. Try to stay positive as much as you can. I know that it's very hard in everybody's life, no matter what you're going through. I understand that there's many levels of life. So just know somebody's here, okay? But there was another thing I did want to touch base on, which was this with Pride Month. I did find that there was a really cool video today, a really cool video. If you guys love drag, which you guys do if you're here, if you guys love drag, you guys will absolutely love this video. If you guys love dance in general, acro, anything that you can think of that's gymnast-wise, dance-wise, just excitement-wise, you're gonna dig this. So I'm looking for this little video here. Let's go back into my activity log. I found a video with absolutely horrible comments, like horrendous. And it really just had me on one this morning, y'all. Like, I'm tired of people putting other people down for what they're loving to do. I have it in the car community. Somebody just called me a fat lard in front of a whole bunch of people the other day, but yet, he's a fucking should have been on a fucking Lucky Charms botched ginger loving bitch, and I swear to God I have nothing against gingers because I think gingers are hot, quite frankly. But I will say this little ginger looks like he belonged on the cover of Shoulda Known Every Train Mechanic and Train Anything Engineering Anything, and swear to God he belonged to be the goddamn child that was in the Polar Express type ass kid. This man was such a dickbag to me, and I just do not fuck with that, you know? I don't have time. This is such a dick to me. I've had recent pent up angers, okay? And so when somebody was super rude like this, I was just not having it. Somebody's at my door. Hang on. original owners of my new kitten, Pepper. This is Pepper, or we call her Pepper, because she's a little salty, but she's a sweet baby, and I love her so much. This is my little baby. She my little slink. She my little slink. She ain't slinking right now, but she's slink. Wow, wow. Okay, well, the other day she was really funny. But that was the owners of her. I promised them that whenever this kid came up to my door, he was 17, 18 years old, came up to my door. He goes, I have this cat. I was like, okay, do you want to foster it? Do you want to get rid of it? What's the story with the cat? He's like, I want to get rid of her. I don't want to get rid of her, but I have to get rid of her. And I was like, okay. So, and she was like just weaned off of Mama Cat. So I was like, I think we could train her, whatever, sure. And she's an outdoor cat. So we bathe her all the time. She comes in for like 2 hours a day, chills out, goes out and does her thing, comes back. And I like really get excited because I've never had an outdoor cat. I have had an outdoor cat, but it really scares me. I do have trackers on her. I've also got her a little bubble cat house that she can come to the river with me. She goes everywhere. So she's really chill. Her name's Pepper. But Riley recently also learned to say cat. It's one of his first words. He also, as of today, learned to say, what was it? What was it? Which means come, or it means want. And Riley told me that he wanted and that he or come to the bath, one of the two. Either way, he pointed that he wanted it. That's what he pointed out to me through sign, and that was a successful sign, so that was really good. He also said I love you successfully. I was very happy. So yeah, that was another thing that was going on in my life. But they stopped by to see if they could see Pepper. I said 30 minutes, you can come and see her if you want to. But I will be just about done with this here shortly. But anyway, I found this video on Gay 90s Facebook page, which is a Facebook page called Gay 90s. And they didn't tag the person, didn't credit her at all. And I don't know if it's just because they don't have her credited or what. I'm sure that the video went viral just because it's a drag queen during Pride Month doing really crazy like Megan style weird like robotic ass shit. I can't even do it. You know what I mean? But she's weird. I don't know how to explain it. She's weird. But it's really cool. And I found this video that was really neat, and I thought you guys would want to see it. Hang on. That's a back bend down the fucking stairs. Walked backwards down the stairs, kicked herself over, got up, and did all that shit. Let me just watch it one more time, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? And neck broken. I love it. So that was really cool. I tagged Gay 90s in it. I said, also, can we tag the babe, please? Bomb ass performers deserve bomb ass credits, just like they deserve bomb ass pay. Martha's Vineyard and Bazaar Bar. Fucking pay your entertainers. Pay the attention to your entertainers. Pay the credit if you can't pay the money. Come the fuck on. So basically, and we know that you can pay them money, so fucking pay them money. But anyway, this bitch deserves all the credit in the world. I found somebody that I guess knows her, and she is local. I don't know if the actual video person is local, but this person that I kind of flipped back and forth with in the comments. She was really nice. Her name's Honesty Jackson Valentino. She is a drag performer, beautiful drag performer, by the way. She is one of the dopest queens in the city. I love her. That's what Honesty said. And honestly, she's fucking correct. I said, literally, what a talent. Tag the babe since they didn't. And I said, if you could let me know who they are, I really love their style. They're really cool. And this bitch underneath Honesty's comment, this Michaela Chafe bitch, which looks absolutely atrocious, mind you, and she's got this ugly ass green hair, green, purple, black hair. Um, and she's just like fucking busted, bitch. And she gets on here and she's uneducated. She goes, Honesty Jackson Valentino, after just Honesty literally just said fucking good job, like basically like stunning, dopest queen ever. And Honesty or Michaela felt the opportunity to go to Honesty and go, there is nothing wrong with having interest, but we need to know when to draw the line. Okay, Karen. No disrespect to gay people, but you cannot lie about your gender. When the fuck is being gay and being queer and doing drag about? I mean, it's about gender, but it's not. It's art. So shut the fuck up if you have something to say about it, cause it's not your fucking life. She said, cannot lie about your gender or your gender. I'd rather feel feminine or this bitch literally had a stroke and you could tell that she corrected herself. She says, I'd rather a man feel feminine. That's totally fine. I don't care, but you don't get to steal our real identities because you want to dress up like that. Or because you want to dress up like us. That's the quote. I'd rather a man feel feminine. That's totally fine. I don't care, but you don't get to steal our real identities because you want to dress up like us. Okay, so anyway, you are a man that enjoys femininity, and that's cool, but interests cannot change who you are just because you enjoy it. You cannot claim it if it is not real. They are saying, or this bitch is saying that she's claimed, like, continuously that, just the dumbest shit. You can hear it. I have gay friends. I have no problem with it. But they still acknowledge that they are not real women. This is the same type of backhanded ass excuse that you know you're not supposed to fucking be talking about this shit, but you know you don't got no excuse to fucking talk about it. So you're using the excuse that you have the card to use it. It's just the same of somebody going, oh, well, I have black friends, so I have the card. No, you don't, bitch. Shut the fuck up. This is literally her saying, I have gay friends, but, I just know that they don't go around fucking saying their shit, and I've got the card to diss them anytime that I want to, or ask them what their fucking gender is, or what their sexuality is, or who the fuck, why would you even care what the fuck is in between somebody else's legs? Why would you even care what they want to have sex with, what they want to kiss, what they want to love? Why does that matter to you, bitch? Cause it shouldn't, that's for sure. She says, but they still acknowledge that they are not real women. Do you just go around asking your gay friends and all your friends going, are you real? Hey, yo, them titties real? Like, I don't know. Do you just go around and be like, hey, yo, you got a dick under there? No, okay, I'm not fucking asking you that shit, and I'm not asking you what you love, what you don't love, what you care about. All I want to know is if you're happy with your life, and that's all that should matter to anybody else, because it's all as we are as human beings on this earth for. We continuously sit here, and if I could tell Michaela one thing, it's we continuously as human beings sit here every single day, and we are born as a living thing with feelings and a heart and a beating heart within us. We have emotions that come with that brain and that heart with us. Those emotions have feelings that need to be expressed, that deserve to be expressed, that deserve to be shown, and unapologetically so. And I think that that's, and if, as long as they're in the right ways, not hurting nobody, not doing nothing, I don't think it fucking matters. And it shouldn't matter what somebody else thinks about you. If you are not hurting nobody, if you are living your life, and if you are not hurting your other person that is in the relationship or people that are in the relationship with you, does it really fucking matter? No, because you're living your life, you're having fun, and you're doing it unapologetically so, and I think that that's how it should be. With that being said, she says, but they still acknowledge that they are not real women. We've already gone over that. And don't try to claim someone else's identity. That is not what drag queens do. Impersonators claim other people's identity, but not necessarily saying, oh, I am her. For the next 5 minutes, I will be on stage, but outside of my life, that's not my ID'd name. Do you know what I mean? This is stupid. I said, or she goes, you have to learn to accept who you are while still enjoying your passions. That's why I have respect for RuPaul. She spelled RuPaul, R-U-E. Okay, girl! And then she put a space in between his name. Okay, uneducated ass motherfucking bitch. Alright, we could do this all day if you want to. He enjoys, but he knows his biology doesn't lie about it. He claims to be cross-dressing man, and that speaks volumes. Not everybody's RuPaul. Not everybody wants to claim that they're a man. Some people want to claim that they are a woman for the next 15 minutes because that's how they feel, and that is how it should be. If you want to chill out and be your airplane ass bitch, if you want to claim yourself as an Apache helicopter, I don't give a fuck what you are identifying as long as you are not hurting me, not going against me in any way, shape, or form. I'm not trying to hurt you. You're not trying to hurt me. We are getting along in this earth next to each other as one whole community, and that's how it should be as a world, as a whole. I think if everybody was a little bit happier with their own lives, and if this bitch had a little bit more education and was a little bit happier in her own life, which hopefully she will find now, then maybe everybody will be happy. But finding happiness shouldn't be by putting somebody else down. I think that you should be able to raise up with other people and raise up as a community, regardless if you believe that gay is right, wrong, or left or right. It doesn't matter. It's not you. You're not the one going out and fucking this, that, and the other. You're not the one going out and having relations with this, that, and the other, are you? If you're not me, it shouldn't matter to you. So I think that that's a really big thing. Um, and I think that that's why Pride Month is such a big thing and why it should stay such a big thing. And even though people are like, oh, that's just a trend and blah, 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 blah. I think with all of the hard work, the same with Men's Mental Health Month, dude, you guys have worked your ass off to get that to be a health or a month. And that's really cool. Like, women deserve the same shit, dude. Women have worked their ass off. And I swear to God, if it wasn't for either one of us, we would not have any of the population in the world that we do today. And in that population makes up a whole bunch of people, single little people that create a world that should be lived in happily and freely. And I believe that, yeah, you could be able to argue about something, but you should do it in the right ways. You also could be able to argue with somebody, or you shouldn't argue with somebody, you should fight about things that you believe in. Fight for things that you believe in, not fight the people that you are against. You can fight for things that you believe in, but not necessarily causing these absolutely hectic outbreak arguments like this on the internet for what? You can ask a question about something without being a dickhead. There's no need to say that. There's no need to invalidly but validly, the way that you said it, it's valid that you obviously don't understand. But it's invalid because it's obviously very, very uneducated statements. I really believe, and this is my belief, she has hers, like I said, but and this is my belief. Somebody said, Michaela Chafe, nobody cares, shut the fuck up. That's immediately how I could have said it. But instead, I said, and I did put somebody down. I did put her down because I was very upset. And it was 8 o'clock in the morning and I was pissed off at the world. And I shouldn't have said this to Michaela. Michaela, if you ever see this, sorry. Your hair did not look the greatest, but I'm not going to sit there and not lie to you. Or I'm not going to sit there and lie to you. So it didn't look the greatest, but I shouldn't have been such a dick to you, but you shouldn't have been such an absolute fucking horrendous, uneducated bitch. So here we are. With that being said, what is that green, black, bleh, hair ass motherfucking backhanded shit that you just said to match with your stupid ass hair on your head? I said, we ain't trying to claim anybody's identity. As a drag queen, my sweet darling, it is art. I said, it's art. Thank you. You would also be confused probably to know that women do it too, and I know that you're only clocking them because you're a man. So when it comes down to it, I'm sure that it will become of shock to you, but I know damn well that you shouldn't just say this to a woman and that you wouldn't say this to a woman that's going to do the same exact shit in a bar or in a museum while being viewed. You just have a problem with the gender and you've clearly stated that. It's art. It is also a protest to protect the arts and the people before us who simply wanted to feel, create, express, make a safe space for others looking for the happiness in their same happiness in life. I said, do not be confused because we are not. You wouldn't like it if somebody clocked all of your little happinesses in life, and you don't like that I clocked you and the life views that you have, would you? I thought not. Sit down and learn a little. For the record, there are at least 5 types of drag that I can educate you on. Drag queen typically originated from gay and queer artists in the 1800s, then turning more into a protected and sacred art the more that sexuality became a thing, more with it. And in recent times, it is way more sacred now than it ever was. A drag queen is typically masculine to feminine form being taken, but this does not mean that they are or identify as trans. Drag king, all of the following that I am about to list, we are protect or are all of the things that I am about to list are protected art forms as well as the form of expression, and all of which originated from queer arts and beliefs. Drag queens and drag kings, similar to drag queens, drag kings are typically feminine to masculine, but the opposite as drag queens typically are. Form, again, not necessarily meaning that they are identifying or as trans. MX or mix drag is an easy way for you to remember that. A highly understandable category of drag to have, knowing that this is about as queer as the art form gets. Most performers performing in this category tend to bend all gender norms, sexuality norms, and art norms, and take all of the forms of drag and combine them all together, and are likely to combine them all when showing their art form off, creating a mixed effect of drag forms. Drag divas, me, also called drag queens, are typically feminine, feminine to feminine, like I am. I am born a woman, mind you. Just because I disclosed my gender doesn't mean that anybody here has to, so don't get that twisted either. But yet I am also performing drag as a drag queen with big wigs. Okay, with big wigs, um, fun, sparkly uniforms, and the Barbie effects that you would have loved to do while playing dress up as a child, you as a girl, and you with such gender norm formications. I seem that that's how you look to me. That's how I looked at it when I was a kid. You seem to have gender all about you, so why don't you realize that with your gender came femininity and Barbie dolls? And guess what you loved to do probably when you grew up just because you were a girl? I am sure, Michaela, you love to dress up. And that is what I love to do. When I have to tell a child what I do for a living, when they ask, what's drag? And I do get asked that quite often when I'm messaging or talking to parents. I mean, and I'm messaging people on the internet and they're asking me, and they ask me, what are you doing? What is this? Kids a lot of times ask me this. What do you do? And because I have the car, they always ask me, what do I do? Or I always get asked when I'm conversing with their parents, I say, here I run a YouTube. Usually they'll hear that if their kid's standing next to me, and they'll start sparking their questions, you know. One of the questions that I get asked are, what is drag? Drag to me, and is as small and childlike as I can put it. I love to dress up and I love to get paid to do it. And I don't only do it to get paid. I do it to have fun, to express myself, to dance, to love myself, and to have fun doing it, unapologetically so. And I think that there's a lot of people that need to understand that that's why every drag artist, if you started drag for the money, you are doing it for the wrong thing. Drag is meant to be an expression form, an art form, and is meant to be an art. You are supposed to express your feelings through said art. So I said, I am a woman, but yet I am also performing drag as a drag queen with the big wigs and the fun sparkly uniforms and the Barbie effects that you would have loved to do while playing dress up as a child. That's how I looked at it when I was a kid, and that's how I look at it now. Fun. Expressionism. And yes, I understand. As Cat Williams said, you need haters. If you got 10 people hating on you, bump that up to 20. Exactly. The attention gets you somewhere and the word of mouth does too. But I really think that the attention that we need to be giving is not coming out in the best ways recently. There's lots of negativity, and I think that there's a positive way to express yourself and to be able to handle hate as well as that, because you're going to get hate no matter what you do. You're going to get upset no matter what you do. Anytime that there's a change, you're going to be changing the form of the rock formation. You're going to be moving the mountains, and you're going to be pissing people off because they don't want to move. And that's how it works, you know? Drag divos also can be called drag kings. Um, are typically masculine to masculine form, if you could imagine how a real actual king dresses per se, crown, masculine shine, and rich to look at. Devos also need to shine a little bit in this world too. Protect all art. Eventually it will all be AI, so at least we have physical forms of it now. The times are changing. We are becoming happier in the universe and more connected with it. The more that we tend to lose, or the more that we've tend to tried to lose it. Your happiness, and you find your embrace the way that you do it. I'm glad that you have your happiness now. But this is ours. You have yours. Stay out of our business, and we shall stay in your history books. Check out my YouTube, by the way. It's Baby Buddha 417. You could learn a thing or two about style, fun, and being unapologetically yourself while also understanding and learning from the world around you, the people around you, and the people within it. Good luck to you. And I really hope that everybody understands where I'm coming from here. Everybody's put on this world to have feelings, to live their life, and to die. And that's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works. And that's the circle of life, and it really sucks. But if you are going to be put on here and you have a certain time limit and you don't know what the time limit is, I suggest that you use your time wisely and don't use it in the nose of others where it doesn't need to be sniffing. I very, 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 very am avid about that. I think that if you pay attention to your own business, you'll be fine. I am hypocritical in that sense when I'm saying, yeah, I paid attention to somebody else's business today by getting into an argument that I shouldn't have. But I think that it could have been educated more for this woman, and I hope that maybe she understands more. And Michaela, if you ever see this, I really hope that you understand more of where queens and performers come from. We all want to be loved, and in the community that we are in, we all want to be loved, we all want to be supported, and we all want to live, breathe, and thrive just like you do, and just the way that you do. Maybe in different ways, but we still want the same thing: to live, breathe, thrive, and be happy within our universe. And that's what we have. This guy immediately underneath that said, "That's a guy, I hope you know that." And I said, also, where did it go? I'm looking for it. This guy's named Osmosis Billy Mac Pro, which is funny as fuck. I said, or they go, "That's a dude, I hope you know." I said, "Okay, and that's a chode you got, not a face, I hope you know." Because Mans looks like a train wreck. I mean, Mans looks like he still lives in the goddamn basement of his parents' home, and he's 52 years old, but yet he's only in a 37-year-old's body. But in actually reality, he's probably 22 or 23 and looks older than a goddamn motherfucker, because I don't know why, but this man is not an attractive human being. So, and I'm sorry. The only thing that made me think that you were not attractive was because of how you're acting. And if you want to act like a child, then I'm going to point out your flaws. If you want to point out somebody's flaws as stupid as that, then I'm going to point out something as dumb as your profile picture. I really hope that you know. And and now he edited it. He just edited it because it updated. He said, "That's a guy. Hope you know that, homo." And that's that homo just got edited in the last 2 minutes. It said also, or I said, "Also, buddy, you managed to build your your For You page brick by brick. So just tell us how you really feel. Also, happy late Pride. Someday you'll feel happier with yourself when you're realistic with your truths, and it's okay, dog. We're not gonna tell. Also, before you clock my chode too and think that you're gonna be so educated, I'm a woman and a mother who's also a drag queen. Stay confused. And that's when I educated. Somebody said, no, duh, it's a guy. Never been to a drag show before. I was like, yeah, literally, dude. But this shit's so cool. Again, look at this video. Just so that they get the loves that they deserve. That's talented as fuck, dude. In heels. Are you fucking kidding me, bitch? I'm so sorry, but that's stunning. There's just like so many little things that we've gone over today, and I'm very happy that this is the hour stream that I've gotten, and I really hope that you guys can hear me because the last 2 times you guys couldn't, and I just really, really hope that we've had this conversation twice now because I've had to redo it twice now because you guys didn't hear me the whole time through on both ends. So now hopefully if you guys do hear me, it will be a wonderful experience to look back upon in a couple years and go, wow, my mindset was really there. I had a head on my shoulders. I had goals, and I hope that I've achieved them by then. So I really hope that you guys have had a wonderful month and a wonderful day and a wonderful last hour with me or last few minutes. I hope that your day was a lot better being here than whatever sad things that you've got in your life, because I understand that all levels of life walk here. So I hope you have a good day. I hope everything works out for you. I love you. Peace.